How often have you heard the statement, what do you do for a living? Or even, how do you do? But what if you knew that you can't do anything? What if you knew thinking you can do is your ticket to hell? What if you knew that doing or not doing is what hell is all about? I said, unless you investigate what doing is, you will be forever in misery, in hell. Join us as we look into doing and not doing. This is Who Am I?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Who? Our purpose is to awaken.
Who am I?
To awaken to absolute truth.
Am I?
Who am I? Who?
Our purpose is to awaken to absolute truth.
Absolute.
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 Absolute truth.
Our purpose is to awaken. Are they one and the same? Absolute and truth. That's our purpose.
Who am I?
How do you do? What y'all doing now? What you gonna do after you leave here? What did you do? You ever notice how that word "do" is just such much? But I ain't doing too well now, right? But this thing called doing, how everything seems to revolve around it. What you gonna do today? You go on vacation. People say, "What did you do?" And always, what did you do during the holidays? Okay. Or what did you do for the weekend? As if, if you didn't do anything, something's wrong with you, okay? So we have this whole thing called doing. And we want to look at that. Even, you're supposed to, the religion most of us grew up in, says you're supposed to do something to get to heaven. And if you don't do it, you go to hell, okay? So even getting to heaven is about doing or not doing, okay? The whole ethics thing. So it's about this thing called I gotta do something, okay? Otherwise, are you lazy? Nobody wants to be lazy, but this whole thing called doing seems to be all about what we are. Yeah, Gloria.
Well, it's we're labeled or identified as human beings.
Uh-huh.
And more correctly, it would be human doers.
Okay.
And to me, the being, it fits more closely with God's identity. The doer fits where you're putting it with the human identity.
Okay, so you said God is about
Being, or be.
being.
Uh-huh.
All right? And humans are about doing.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Interesting spin.
Yeah, because all doing is usually about an activity that I have a goal for. I want to get some result. You do something. You go to work. Your work is the doing. What? To get what? Money, or satisfaction.
If you look at the characteristics that we've identified earlier as from the human identity, one is lack.
Yes.
So if you're coming from lack, if that's part of your DNA as a human, lack and separation, that line representing separation, then of course you're going to have to do to avoid lacking or avoid being all by yourself.
Yeah, because God or being is all. All is all. All is complete. Okay, John.
No, I was just wondering,
Do? What did you say?
do we? No, but is there a relationship? If so, what is the nature of it between being and doing?
Being and doing, no relationship.
No.
Okay. See, since we're saying, as Gloria was saying, anything below this line, okay, Anything below this line is human. All right. And so as humans, we lack. But can all lack?
Well, should we want to get to a state of being? And if so, how do we know that?
What does being mean?
I don't know.
To exist. Right? Be
We
means
think
to
we
exist.
already exist.
This is who you are, John. You are God. You are all. But because you think, all right, you think as a human. Yeah, Glory.
But I think Joan just said it,
What?
that we are already being. That's,
I mean, no,
oh, no, it's about getting there.
Getting
It's
there.
like getting there,
Yeah.
and what it's like we're already there.
Yes.
There's no place to get to, but from the lacking human state, we think that we've got to get somewhere because we think there's a separation
Yes.
between
Yeah.
being there and getting there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, all thoughts are about lack. All thoughts. Carol.
I have a question, I guess, more than a statement, but isn't there an omni-action?
Yes.
Okay. What does that entail?
Omni means all. Okay? It's all action. See, when I act or you act or any human acts, okay, I am saying, all right, I'm going to act, I'm going to step on this carpet. So I was here, but I'm not there. So there's something somewhere that I don't have, or I'm missing, or I'm absent of. Okay? So I have to move to my act from my state has to change. There's a change from here to there. Okay? In omni-action, there's no change. It just is. Now that the human mind can't get because we are always coming from there has to be change. Yes, and that change I lack, and so therefore I got to change something to fulfill this lack. All right? So I do something so I can get either something or somewhere. So I'm here, I'm going to do something, I'm going to get there. But omni-action, which is whole, complete, total, doesn't change. It doesn't move. Nothing happens like we normally think it happens. Yeah, Glory.
I heard someone say that omni-action, that's the grace of God. That grace is the action of God.
Right.
And we, in this human form, we think we are moving from one spot to another. We think that we're moving our hands in whatever. But by the grace of God, there's movement.
Yeah, but not like from one. See, there's in omni-action, or omnipotence, or omniscience, or omnipresence, there's no such thing as space. Okay? There's no space. All right? See, this is below this line is Big Bang. To use, scientific terms, okay? Big Bang means the creation of time, space, and matter. All right? See, we think that there's something called you, Carol, are 5 feet away from me. So you are in a space, location that I'm not in, okay? Because you're a piece of matter, I'm a piece of matter, and matter has to have space. But and this is why you can't conceive of God. You hear people say, oh, they died and they went to heaven and now they're walking around heaven. Heaven has streets, paved with gold, of course, all right? And you can walk around, but why would you want to walk around for eternity? Okay, just walking around for eternity.
Because you're doing.
Yes, you're doing it, right. But you can't think. All thinking requires time and space. Okay? And so that's why you can't get to heaven with your mind.
We can only be in heaven.
Exactly. See, in order for Joan, you talk about getting here, well, give up thinking. Give up your mind. But how, you're going to say, okay, I'll think about that. All right? And you're caught in your mind. All humans are. Okay? When you wake up and look, the closest thing to omni-action, Carol, is when you are asleep in deep sleep. Okay?
Because I'm not there.
Carol isn't there. But I am there, but Carol isn't there, or Alan isn't there, okay? But in your dream, Carol's dreaming about, Carol being in whatever she's doing in her dream. We won't ask you what that was, okay?
You've told the story about, what's his name? The basketball player.
Michael Jordan.
And making all the hoops, in one game, 50 points or something like
80.
that. And they ask him, how did you do that? And
Yeah.
he said, I don't know. Is that an example of omni-action?
Not
Or
quite.
the doing without doing? Or
Not quite.
Okay.
Athletes have something called being in the zone.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of a meditative state. The thinking has slowed down. Joan, I remember when I was at council training playing basketball. I was pretty good, y'all. I was high point man and everything. Yeah, well, me, okay? And Daddy came to the game, and I couldn't hit the side of the ball. I wanted to be a combination of LeBron and Michael Jordan and all of that. And, because I was trying too hard. I was thinking, if I make this your basket, Daddy would be proud. That kind of stuff. My thinking was getting in the way. All right? Your thinking is Satan. Your thoughts are Satan that keeps you, and thinking is doing. Okay? All thinking, all thoughts are about doing. Even when you think about just not doing, you're doing.
So anything below the line, you can't not do.
Right. So you got to be doing
Yes.
as a constant
human.
state. Because I heard someone say just recently they were going to, for the first time, they were going to they had been doing all this to doing, all this stuff. They've been working hard, yada, yada, yada. And they finished the project that they were working. And they were going to take the weekend and just take it easy, and they weren't going to do anything.
Yeah.
The next thing I know, they said, I worked so hard at trying not to do anything. It was just ridiculous,
Yes.
I couldn't figure out what to do to not do.
Yeah, we all plan to, you may go on vacation, okay? And you say, I'm going to lay dead this weekend, all right? I'm just not, because I don't want to go to work. I'm not even going to think about work. I'm not even going, I'm going to turn the computer off, my cell phone off or whatever, okay? I'm going to detach or unattach from everything. And then what's happening? The mind is going, okay? Well, I'll turn on the TV.
I wonder what's going on.
Let me call my friend, okay? Or, I'll take a walk. Let's say you go to the beach, okay? You say, well, okay, I'll walk, on the beach or whatever, okay? But you're still doing, all right? You might not be doing as much as you were doing, let's say on Monday through Friday or whatever, okay? But you're always doing. For instance, right now, I had some good chicken wings, okay, or whatever for lunch. My stomach is digesting the food right now. It's working right now, okay? My heart is beating. My lungs, I hope they're operating, okay? I'm taking in oxygen, okay? There's always constant activity. Otherwise, we say, I'm dead, okay? See, this is why you have to get clear, what is life, what is death, okay? But all of what we call life is really doing. Okay. Yeah, Glory.
If you really concentrated about your food being digested versus it's just being digested, if you really just focused on that, what would happen?
It would probably disrupt the digestive process. Okay, because it's part of, you remember your ninth grade biology, the autonomic nervous system, okay? And as if I know some biology. I did get an A out of it, I think, at Morehouse, okay? But that's all the biology I know, okay? But, those two, that system is autonomic. Auto means self, okay? It's operating on a part of the nervous system, from the nervous system, that is not consciously thinking, but it's still operating, all right? So there is always a doing going on.
So if we've agreed, maybe we've all agreed that below the line, that you can't not do.
Right.
So why have a discussion about doing or not doing?
Because that's what I'm doing.
But is there any value? There must, it's like you're the teacher here. There must be a value that you think that might show up in having this discussion.
Yeah, see, I am operating under fantasy or the illusion that there's some place to get, all right? And I think I want to get to a place called peace, maybe. Christians want to get to a place called heaven, or Buddhists want to find nirvana? Are you always seeking something? All right. That's because I think I don't have. All right. I'm lacking something. So I'm always doing something to get something. All right. And that's why all human activity has to start with something called a problem. Okay. A problem that I don't have. So yes, I will, why do it? Because that's the program. Okay. All humans are programs. We are just, you can call it a program, you can call it a dream, okay? You can call it, like Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage and we are mere actors, okay? That there's a script going on that you did not really, see, here comes the hooker. You're not really responsible for the doing, okay? I mean, it looks like, and one of these days we're going to get a show on about, do you have choice or not? But anyway, it looks like that I am raising my hand, that I chose to raise my hand, with a piece of chalk in it. Okay. And everybody will agree to that. Okay. And if you didn't agree to that, then you said something's wrong with you. But the point though is, do I really, am I really responsible for it? Okay. For what it appears that I'm doing. Glory.
So again, it's another reminder for us to look at our identity.
Yeah.
Am I identifying with below the line, my personal and my human identity? Or can I identify with above the line, God's identity or the all identity?
Yeah, I mean, everything comes down to who am I?
Uh-huh.
And of course, I think I'm.
Gee, I think that's the name of the show, isn't
Well,
it?
no, do you think that would be a good name for it? I hadn't thought about that. Okay. But the thing though is everything comes down. I is always the subject. I'm always the subject. You are always the object. Yes.
But if I is always the subject, does that keep you below the line? So as I asked earlier, to what extent is God's are we aware? I know I said, how do you get there? And you said you can't get there from here. But if I is always the subject, then does that keep you in the human identity camp?
Lydia wants to respond to that.
Well, if I'm hearing you correctly, that I can never be in the human identity. That I is always the all I.
Which many people, I would dare say most people, know nothing about.
Right. They think they don't know.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. See, you think your name is Joan Elise Carter.
It's a long time.
Yeah, that's on your birth certificate.
Yeah.
And so that's what you think your name is. Like I think my name is Alan Connor Carter. Never liked the Connor, John. That was Uncle Elmer's name.
I know.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the name that Mom and Daddy gave us. Okay? But my name is I. Look how many times you use I every day. I'm going to the store. Oh, I don't have any money. Or, I wish I did have some money. Or, I. 1,000 times a day at least. Okay? That's because you're the subject. Now, what does I mean? I means that I'm aware. Can you say that you're not aware? No. You're conscious that you are aware. You are aware that you are aware. Okay? So I means I'm aware. All right? Now, humans, Joan, have something called the subject I is aware of something called an object, something called not me. Like I'm aware as Alan, your brother, talking to Joan, my sister. Okay? Now, Joan is the object of what? The subject here, I. All right? But can all the infinite have an object?
No, wouldn't need one.
That's the important question. What can the infinite be aware of?
Itself.
Only itself. Okay? And not as an object.
And is it all then made up of a bunch of little eyes?
No. Okay? It can conceive of anything it wants. Okay? Wants. But, yeah. But it is not like your thoughts. As Jesus said, my thoughts are not your thoughts, talking about God. Okay? You're caught in subject-object thinking. Okay? You can't think without an object. You have to think about something, all right, as a human. Okay? But God's thoughts, and that's the doing.
I was about to say, that's the doing,
Yes. Okay?
where we're stuck.
Where we're stuck as humans. But unless you ask, Gloria asks and you ask her, why are we doing this? Notice doing. Okay, why?
Because
Well,
we're humans.
Yeah, because we think we're human.
Think, yeah.
Okay, so it appears that I'm doing it, but the major thing is I can question. You can't take that away from me. Okay, you can put me in the biggest jail or whatever, lock me in chains or whatever. Okay, but I can always question. And the most important question I can ask is, who is and what is this I that is the subject, that is aware? Marilyn.
So,
You want to stand up?
oh yes, I forgot. So, when someone begins to daydream and they're just, they're somewhere else in their thinking, I assume it's thinking, but they don't really remember what they were thinking about. Is that a place of being
No.
when you're not aware of the things around you, nor do you remember what you were
Thinking about.
this other state of being?
But who is the you that is aware? See, the one that is thinking is still a human that is thinking. All right, Alan Carter is so identified with this body, okay, that came out of Ruth Carter, okay, 38 years ago, right? Right, Joe? Why you laugh, Joe?
A few years ago, okay.
Yeah, a few years ago. Whatever. My name is Donald Trump. I don't lie. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I'm so identified with a body. That's who I think I is. I think I is somebody. Okay? And so that places me in time and space. Okay? What does that have to do with the infinite I? Okay? See, what you're talking about is an experience that a person has, right? But who and what is having that experience? That's why I should always ask myself, is God the infinite, not Allah or Jehovah or whatever, okay? But can the infinite I have this experience? And if the infinite I is not having this experience, it doesn't exist. Okay? There's nothing but God. There's nothing but infinity. But the human mind can't get that. So, blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense to what? Me? Okay, because I'm always thinking that I am what? Here. And I'm the subject. I'm the focal point. I'm the point of reference for everything. Okay? That's how egotistical I am. We call Donald Trump a narcissist. Well, we all are. Okay? Maybe not as bad as Donald Trump, but I hope not. But anyway, but we all thinking always about me. Okay? But that's this me. I even create a God. I was taught about a God who supposedly loves me. How is that possible? How can God love me? Okay, or hold me accountable for my sins. I want you to think about that, particularly, those of you might think I'm committing blasphemy now. Yeah, what is blasphemy?
That God doesn't love me. God doesn't even know about me.
Yes.
Dang.
That's
It
right.
just crushes the whole,
Yeah.
everything
dare
I've
you.
learned and thought.
But how about substituting with it that I am God?
Oh, that's really blasphemy.
Yeah, but not Alan Carter. Joan can tell you that Alan Carter, who she calls Billy, is not God, okay? Jesus isn't God, okay? Only God is God. Only the infinite, omnipresent one is God. And it is always aware, and that awareness can be called I. But the only sin is I put the I onto this human body personality. I make it a personal identity, okay? And I call that me, this I, Alan. And I'm, concerned about, I got to do something. I got to make some money. I got to go to Kroger. I got to, get me a car. And I got to, make sure, whatever.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, because it's a program. And who said Shakespeare had this thing about right and wrong? Shakespeare said, there is no right or wrong. It's just your thinking that makes it so. Now, that was Shakespeare. Yeah, but Shakespeare was really deep, okay? I mean, his play's been around for a couple of years, okay?
It kind of like appears like we're making anything below the line where we don't want to be. Like that's a no-no place.
Yeah.
And above the line, that's where I want to be,
Yeah.
or I'm already there. So there's a little hint of there's judgment there.
Yes.
And what if you just got rid of the judgment?
Yeah, well.
But that would be in getting rid of your thoughts.
Yeah.
And you say we can't get rid of our thought.
No, not in your doing, okay? You're doing, you're trying, and so people, like all religions are primarily ethical. Okay, they have a code about, I got a code and a signal called wind it up, okay? Otherwise, I'll be doing something wrong, okay? I'll be doing something wrong, okay? But we want to put a comma in here.
Any doing would be wrong.
Well, but no, not really. But anyway, what we have to do is, do. See how that word just, encapsulates us? But anyway, we will stop right here and put a comma and take up from here and see if we can do or not do. Thank you.
Living Truth 365 is proud to support Dr. Alan Carter and the Who Am I television show. Please visit our website at livingtruth365.org to find out more about our services, classes, and community support. We invite you to visit with us and share our journey in truth.
People often ask me, what do I mean when I say, if God is all, humans cannot exist? If God is the infinite, there was never a creation. If God is, then you aren't. You see, if God is all, nothing can be added and nothing can be taken away. So let me ask you, are you ready to let God be all?
Join Dr. Alan Carter Saturday, March 30th. Register at drallencarter.com